Following is a presentation of KNED Sports.
Live from the KNED studios on Electric Avenue in McAlester, Oklahoma, it's time for Running with the Herd, a weekly McAlester Athletics coaches show brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, Reagan Auto, and What About Bob's Restaurant.
Yes, this is Running with the Herd, episode 9, and I think I did my research. I think we are already a third of the way through all of our Running with the Herd shows. Again, we're not going to have one in December because we're getting through all of our winter sports done in November. But this is episode 9 of Running with the Herd. It's brought to you by Reagan Auto, What About Bob's Restaurant, and Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, as we are at 8:30 on the dot in the morning on your Monday, October the 7th. And as we are getting ready for McAlester Softball postseason play, we have McAlester assistant coach for McAlester Softball, Darell Spann, with us today. How are you doing, Coach?
Good, thanks for having me.
So, McAlester Softball, they're coming up on their postseason, but before we do anything else, we want to talk about the regular season. It's just about wrapping up. You guys got one more game before you go into the regional tournament. I know in terms of wins and losses, not where you guys want to be at. But with a young team, you were able to get a couple of wins, including one against Shawnee, which was a bounce-back win over what they did at Mike Deek Field. And you're just a couple of swings away from taking down the district champ and the district runner-up and a good team in Chakota.
Yeah.
So what was your analysis of the season?
It was tough. We've been in some good ball games. Lost a couple late. Young team, so we just had to try to figure out how to win and not give up the big inning like we did at the beginning of the season. But they've gotten better. They're coming around, and this is the right time of the year to be playing their best ball, so we'll see.
Yeah, because we just mentioned Chakota. That was one of the games that I was able to go to. And, you guys get out ahead early. And Chakota, as we mentioned, really good team, couple of really good pitchers that they threw at y'all. Yeah. And you were able to be gritty enough to be able to pull it within one. And we were mentioning if it's not on a turf field, that hit by Rylan Lesnow at the right center field, that more than likely clears the bases. So
I thought it was going off the bat.
Oh, me too. That's why we were just talking about. I mean, if you go back and listen to the broadcast, I say I've seen crazier things happen, and then the very next pitch.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah. Though, by the way, in reference, if Colby Squires seems to be listening here, his first varsity hit on that field at Mike Deek Field was against one of the better teams, if not one of the best teams in the state. Duncan.
Yeah. A
grand slam opposite field to be able to take the lead in the sixth inning. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, as you're looking at Eufaula, it is the last game of the regular season. Other than a wins night, what do you want to see from your guys? How important is it to be able to have a good showing before you go over to Collinsville?
It's very important. We want to compete every play, every pitch, every at-bat. Can't give up at-bats. And we just want to see them, communicate and make sure they're playing the game the right way, and things will work out.
Absolutely. So speaking of the Collinsville Regional, it was a team that last year you guys were able to beat, and still talking about crazier things happened.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You guys beat Collinsville in a pretty crazy game last year.
Yeah.
So I know that it's a very tough regional, but at the same time, what are your thoughts going into it in terms of your team and where they're at?
Well, I like it. I like the matchup. They got us 2-1 at their place the last time we played, and we left runners on base. We could have won the game. Should have won the game. Mm-hmm. Then we got Claremore. They're pretty good too, but this is about as good of a draw as we could ask for, I think.
Because I know for a little while there was shaping up like you guys were going to go to Pryor.
Yeah, and that would have been a whole lot tougher. So we'll see. I think we can get out of here if we play our best ball.
Mm-hmm. So, and as you've been mentioning, both your wins in the second half of the season, and then also having a really close game against Chakota just a week ago. So other than wins, obviously, what do you want to see most from the McAlester Lady Buffaloes going into the playoffs?
Just take that next step. We got to learn how to win, learn how to play with the lead, learn how to play without the lead, and just play hard. Leave it all out on the field. Like I said, everything else will take care of itself as long as we compete. And just take that next step. That's about it.
In terms of the McAlester Lady Buffaloes, is there anything that you would like to add before we go to our next break, where we just ask you a bunch of fun questions?
No, not really. No.
Okay, all right. We're going to be talking about Coach Darell Spann here in just a moment. Have 5 fun questions for you when we come back. Again, this is McAlester Athletics running with the herd here on KNED, brought to you by Reagan Auto. What about Bob's Restaurant and Barlow Built Performance and Automotive?
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
What About Bob's Restaurant, the home of Bob's Sunrise Surprise, is located at 610 North Main in McAlester. What About Bob serves up your favorite comfort food 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Go down and see Olivia and the gang for breakfast and lunch. What About Bob's Restaurant, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Check them out on their Facebook page, What About Bob's, 610 North Main in McAlester.
Barlow Built Performance and Automotive is your full-service automotive repair shop, including brake work and heat and air repair. We do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars, I'm going fast again! To your grandma's cars.
What up, Grandma?
We do it all. We also sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 1 West Monroe Avenue in McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. 8:36 in the morning here on your Monday, October the 7th. You're listening to McAlester Athletics Running with the Herd, which is brought to you by Reagan Auto, What About Bob's Restaurant, and Barlow Built Performance and Automotive. As we are getting ready for the McAlester Softball postseason, we do have McAlester Softball assistant coach Darell Spann with us today. We already spoke about the season and going into the postseason as well, so we're going to just ask some fun questions about you. All right, so get to know a little bit more about Coach Spann. Starting off with this one, what was your start on the diamond, and what made you want to become a coach?
As a player or as a coach, my start?
Well, we'll start off with player, and then what made you want to become a coach?
Well, I played high school at Shakota and then went on to Eastern and joined the Marine Corps after that and did 10 years.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And then when I got out, started coaching youth league with a buddy of mine, Miles Thomas, there at Muskogee, and got on with the program and started coaching with a bunch of good guys. Coach Keith Coleman, Darrell Woods, Miles Thomas, Coach Yates, a bunch of guys over there. And then from there, went on to Jinx with a good buddy of mine, Coach Williams, and Jeff Allen, whose daughter played for Florida State and University of Tulsa. Learned a lot from those guys, and then somehow wound up in McAlester.
It's just a long journey to get over here.
Yeah.
So here's our next question. We have Major League Baseball playoffs. They're in full swing, no
Yes,
pun
they
intended
are.
here. Who is your favorite Major League Baseball team?
My favorite team is Texas. Of course, they're not in it this year, so
Pretty good to see them win a World Series last
it
year.
was great. The bad thing about that is, both of my sons are Rangers fans, and my oldest son was in the Marine Corps and overseas at the time, so he didn't get to see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, didn't get to see him win it. But I was writing him letters and recording the games.
Yeah.
I don't even think he watched them. I think I deleted them before he got home. But right now I'm following. I don't know. I guess I like the Dodgers. Anybody but the Yankees.
Oh, man.
No, I just can't do it.
I know you can't do it, but man.
I got to go with L.A.
See, but I know a lot of Texas fans. I know they hate the Yankees. I just know they do.
I've always hated them.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And see, I will say this. I am a Yankees fan, but the first Major League Baseball game I was ever able to go to had nothing to do with the Yankees. I went to a Twins Rangers game when I was like 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I was already a baseball fan at this time, but I wasn't, completely in love with it. I remember we were just talking about this on Friday. I was walking into Globe Life Field. At the time, it wasn't Globe Life Field. It was the ballpark in Arlington.
Right.
And I had a Game Boy with me. And I walked through the metal detectors, or they were scanning and whatever. And I remember the guy that was punching our tickets, he said, "You're not going to need that." I said, what do you mean? And so then I walked through, and it was like, have you ever seen The Rookie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like you're walking through that tunnel, and then you just see the wide openness of it.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's
it was
just amazing.
It was amazing.
It's amazing.
And I really missed the ballpark in Arlington. But what made me a Yankees fan was my dad was always a Yankees fan. They were always on TV, so he was able to. When he watched baseball, it was the Yankees on TV. That's what made him fall in love with it. Reggie Jackson, 3 home runs and 3 pitches in '77.
Yeah. Yep.
Mine was the big Game 7, 2003 ALCS with the Red Sox.
Oh, that was such a good series.
Aaron
man.
Boone with the home run.
Aaron.
Yeah. Yes. I remembered my dad going crazy. Mariano Rivera had a great 3 innings of relief.
Was that the bloody sock?
That wasn't the bloody sock. That was the next year, and we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
we don't talk about the next year. So, going to our next question. Who is your favorite player to ever play on a diamond? Baseball or softball?
Well, he just passed away. Pete Rose was my hero when I grew up. Loved the way he played the game. Charlie Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
George Brett was another one. I just, those guys are the reason that I started playing and started coaching for the most part.
I gotcha. So, going to Coach Spann and his off time, what are your hobbies?
I like to play the guitar.
Me too.
No, I'm kind of kidding. I'm halfway kidding. I'm no good at it, but I like to try.
Like to try?
I like to fish. I used to golf all the time, but now it seems like I'm either mowing my yard, trying to catch up, or working on my truck or something. But that kind of stuff.
A lot of things keep you busy.
Yeah.
Does Coach Spann have any game day traditions or superstitions?
I used to have a payday every day candy bar before the game, and finally after about the millionth one, I said I don't even like these things, But up until last year, I was having a payday every day or every game day.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
So paydays. Okay.
Yes.
Any reason why?
No, I haven't. I don't even know why.
Yeah. Well, mine used to be to listen to the Eagles. Already Gone.
That's a good one.
Before I would go to each game, and
That's
the reason where that started was I was like in 6th grade, Boys and Girls Club, going to the Super Bowl in the Boys and Girls Club League, and we were
come on the radio.
It just came on the radio, and I said okay. Yeah. And so then after that, my dad already had the CD. We pop in the CD and play that song before we would. Yeah. For any kids listening, there are these things called CDs.
Yeah.
And we used to play those all the time. And here's our last one, always a fun one. If you could eliminate any food from existence, what would it be and why?
Oh, probably spinach.
Okay, spinach.
Just the color of it, just the texture. I don't know. Mom used to make me sit at the table and eat liver and spinach, and she'd say that I was not going to get up until I ate it, and I would literally sit there all night long if I had to. I was not about to eat that stuff, so you can get rid of that.
I mean, Popeye, though.
Yeah. Well,
is the reason why.
Good for Popeye.
Good for Popeye, but not good for me.
Nope.
All right, Coach, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up? We know we have postseason coming up on Wednesday, and you've had a good group of senior girls that have really been able to be great leaders for this team, especially a young team. Anything else you'd like to say on behalf of them? And the team?
We're going to miss them. Casey Woods, she was lights out for us all year long. Shiley Mason, she's a workhorse. For the whole time she's been at the program. Avery Albertson, she's just steady, does her job. She's been a good one for us. So we're going to miss them. We don't have any juniors. We don't have any juniors, and we don't have any 8th graders.
Wow.
Yeah, so it'll be, another year before we get anybody coming up through the junior high program. So we're going to have to lean heavy on Rylan Les now and Bailey Caldwell and Taylor Williams, Jordan Washington, Coral Coy next season with a big bunch of freshmen that'll be sophomores next year. But they've got some playing time this year and got some experience, so hopefully it works out for us.
It's also going to pave the way, though. I know that it is going to be rough not having any seniors next year, but when you look forward to the year after that, you're going to have a junior class that's 2 years of being the leaders. And I know that for my freshman year, we didn't have any seniors either, but that also paved the way for those juniors to become seniors. That was before 2022, the last time that McAlester baseball made it to the state tournament.
Really?
And they were 1 inning away, truly, from going to the state championship. The team that we lost to, Carl Albert won the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we had him down 2-0 for the most of the game. But that just goes to show you, though, what a whole year of leadership can do going into their senior year.
You know, it's a good thing, bad thing. Good thing, in the long run, big picture, it'll make you better. Bad thing is you got to go through those growing pains, in real time. So it's been tough, but I think it's going to be better next year.
And another thing that also makes it, I guess, a little bit easier is a lot of these juniors or sophomores going to be juniors next year, they played a lot as freshmen.
They played a lot.
They're going to have a lot of varsity experience by that time.
Yep.
So, Coach Spann, thank you so much for coming
Appreciate
on.
it.
The door's always open if you ever want to come in and chat. And we appreciate you for coming by for episode 9.
Well, thank you guys for having us and supporting us all year long. That means the world to the girls and to us as a staff, and it's a good thing.
100%. We're ready to come back for you guys next year as well.
We're ready.
All right, that's McAllister's Athletics Running with the Herd and Coach Darell Spann, assistant coach for the McAlester Softball program. Again, they have Eufaula tonight. They're going to the Collinsville Regional on Wednesday. We encourage you, if you can, make the drive and cheer on the McAlester Softball program. Again, this has been McAllister's Running with the Herd, brought to you by Reagan Auto, What About Bob's Restaurant, and Barlow Built Performance and Automotive. We're going to hear from them one more time, and then we're going to send it back to regularly scheduled programming.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
What About Bob's Restaurant, the home of Bob's Sunrise Surprise, is located at 610 North Main in McAlester. What About Bob serves up your favorite comfort food 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Go down and see Olivia and the gang for breakfast and lunch. What About Bob's Restaurant, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Check them out on their Facebook page, What About Bob's, 610 North Main in McAlester.
Barlow Built Performance and Automotive is your full-service automotive repair shop, including brake work and heat and air repair. We do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars,
I'm going fast again!
to your grandma's cars,
What up, Grandma?
we do it all. We also sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 1 West Monroe Avenue in McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323.